Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about Paper App Dungeon. This is designed by Tom Brenton and it is published by Lucky Duck Games. So basically this is kind of a solo dungeon crawl that is all confined to one pad of paper and a pencil. You do need a dice, but guess what? They thought ahead. They made the pencil with a built-in dice. Instead of like a D6, they call it a P6. That is a hilarious component that I love. It's one of my favorite parts about this game. So you're going to be a chance to roll that P6, roll your pencil across the table. It's going to give you a D6 result, and you're going to be able to use that in the game. That's going to be the main way you move around. If you roll an even number, a 2, 4, or a 6, you're going to move orthogonally, up, down, left, or right, and it's going to be the exact number of spaces that you rolled. If you rolled if you rolled an odd number, a 1, 3, or 5, you're going to move diagonally that same number of spaces, just like before. You're going to bounce off of walls, you're going to do all that kind of stuff. What you're trying to do is you're trying to gain as much coins as possible, and also you might come across some treasure chests. Treasure chests kind of give you a random amount of coins. You're going to roll that pencil, you're going to see how much you get. You're going to roll, you're going to move around the board, you're going to interact with the map, there's going to be some traps that you might fall into, there's going to be a lot of different things that you're going to run into. Again, the goal is to get as many coins as possible. Your health and your coins that you've achieved are going to roll over to the next page. You're going to start over again, you're going to record what your health was, you're going to record how much coins you started with, and it's going to keep on carrying over and over. Every time you get knocked out, you're going to go to the very last page of the book, and you're going to mark a little hash mark where showing that you've died that many times. So you want to die as few times as possible, so that way you have to put a little mark in the book. All right, so the key things about this game that I want to point out is it's extremely portable. It's two things. It's the notebook and it's the pencil. It's all you need. You can fit it in a pocket. You can fit it in a purse. It fits in a backpack, a suitcase, your carry-on luggage. Whatever the case is, this is going to be an extremely easy thing for you to carry around, bring with you wherever you go. On top of that, it sets up instantly. You just flip it open, pick up the pencil. That's literally the fastest setup for any game I can think of, period. One thing I do want to point out, for me, I'm not a solo gamer. I don't like playing solo games. If I were to play a solo game, you'd be competing with things I like to do, like, I don't know, let's say scroll on your phone, right? Or play a video game, or read a book, or shoot, I could even be reading a rule book for a game that I want to be playing multiplayer in the future. So in order for it to, a solo game for me to hit the table, again, I'm not your normal solo player kind of a person, but in order for it to hit the table for me, it needs to be super fast setup, super fast teardown. It needs to be simple, and it needs to be fun and enjoyable, and it needs to be fairly quick. Those are kind of my parameters when I'm playing a solo game. This game fits the bill perfectly for that. And on top of that, it's something that you can quit whenever you want. Let's say you're in the back of an Uber, and you're driving around, and it's time you've got arrived at your destination. Just flip a shut. You can pick it up again and again later, because again, the setup and the teardown is instant. Or if you want to finish a mission, missions take a couple of minutes, and you can just stop after one mission, or 2 missions, or 5 missions. You can stop whenever you want. It's completely in your control when you stop. You don't have to do this big thing where you pause the game, take a picture of all the locations, tear it down, and then reset it back up again. No, you're literally just flipping it open, flipping it shut, and you're ready to go again. This is what's called procedurally generated, meaning each one of these books is different. You could go buy 10 off the shelf right now. Each one of them would be a little different. They'd have things in different orders or whatever the case is. And that's important because you can play them multiple times. Every time you buy one of these, it's going to be a different set of challenges. Obviously, they're going to feel similar. They're going to have the same icons, all that kind of stuff. But they're going to be in a different setup. And on top of that, because of the fact that you have the dice rolling, you're going to be able to move in different ways each time you play. So tons of replayability. This is something that my daughter saw me playing, and she was like, I want one. Can I do one? And I was like, I would just give you this one, but I'm doing it. So I could get you your own, and then you could go through it. So that's kind of one of the things about this, that it's unlimited play. Each time you buy one of these, it's going to be different. One thing that's similar between all the books is the intro. First of all, you're going to have the same intro. It's going to go over all the different symbols that are in the book, how to play, all that kind of stuff. And then, so in the middle of the book, you're going to have a shop that you can go to. You're going to be able to pick up some goodies that's going to help you along the way. And at the end of the book, you're going to have kind of the scoring and the teardown, just kind of showing you how well you did and how much money you accumulated over the course of the game, so you can compare it to other people. One thing I do want to note is the rules are a little bit fuzzy. Because it's contained in that one notebook, they don't have the full rules there. it feels like it's the full rules. You should be able to just kind of go from there. But almost right away, I was encountering situations that the rules didn't cover, and then I kind of went back and I was like, oh, there's a QR code that I can scan, and that takes you to another set of rules, and those kind of rules didn't always agree, and it was kind of confusing for me. Furthermore, I went online and I was doing some researching, and I was seeing what other people did, and other people were coming across the same kinds of things. My rule book didn't teach me what I needed to know. The detailed rule book contradicted itself with something else. There's many different rule books floating around out there, and they all kind of disagreed with one another. I was watching some people try to explain how to play the game, and things that they were teaching me disagreed with things I had been reading from the official rulebook too. So I just had a lot of kind of misinformation kind of floating around out there about how to play, how to resolve certain situations, especially when it came to like bouncing off of walls with diagonals and corners, things like that. That's where it got a little bit more confusing. So that's something that I hope they clean up. They have an official errata at some point they put out that just for every version of the rulebook, for every version, here's the final end game scenarios. It's going to have all the different rule clarifications. That way, no matter what you have, you'll be able to play accurately. There's even some optional rules and some kind of advanced rules. So even if you do figure out what to play, you have more variance even within those accurate set of rules. So it can get a little bit fuzzy. But overall, this is a fantastic time waster. This is a great way to spend time in an airport or in an airplane. Like I mentioned, if you're in the back seat of a car driving somewhere and you need to just doodle and kind of have some fun going through a little maze, this is a great opportunity to do that. Some great backseat entertainment. I'm not going to choose this when I'm at the table. If I have some time to play a solo game, which again I don't often do, I'm probably not going to choose this one on the table itself because there's other solo games that do a table presence a little bit better. But this no one beats in terms of portability and travel friendly. No one beats Paper App Dungeon. It's extremely portable, very fun to take with you. Takes up no space at all. This is the kind of game that I wish I designed. It just seems like wow. It seems so simple, so fun to just be able to roll a little pencil, roll out the dice, move around the board, collect some coins, run into some traps, and try to escape as fast as possible. It's just a silly, fun time. I think that if you have spent a lot of time traveling, this is a fantastic way for you to enjoy some game time without anyone interrupting you, and you don't have to be staring at a screen the whole time either. Well, you guys, thanks for watching. As always, be sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. We've got a list of all the different places where you can find us online. We're posting all kinds of fun content all over the internet, so be sure to follow us in all those locations. Well, until next time, we'll see you later. Bye. You guys, thanks so much for watching. This game was provided to us by a publisher in exchange for a fair and honest review.
And if you want to see more stuff, check out over here to see something we think you might like.
And over here, we think that YouTube has picked out a great video for you you're going to love. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.